Hey everyone, Alex here from Computer Headquarters, and I just really want to talk about the whole 7800X 3D scenario situation. It's, in my opinion, ridiculous, and I really hope that there's something I just don't know that's gonna everything's gonna be fine eventually, but I don't really know. So for those of you that don't know, 7800X 3D CPUs are currently going for prices that are well above MSRP. Um, which is pretty weird because if you just look back a few months ago, you could see like here on, I like to look at slickdeals.com a lot just for all sorts of stuff, whether it's buying computer parts for my business for us to build PCs with, or just things I wanted for myself personally, right? And you can see a bunch of deals here. There was a $333 deal, $328 deal, $350 deal, $346. You can just scroll down and look. Here's another $330 deal at Micro Center. Some of this stuff's Micro Center. Some is like if you do Newegg with the Zip Pay or something like that. But there have always been pretty good deals on the 7800X 3D CPU going back a whole year or something like that. I buy them all the time for my business. I'll buy 10 at a time or 20 at a time. It's no big deal. In fact, I usually buy from Amazon or Newegg instead of buying from a distributor because for whatever reason, the distributor prices are usually terrible. That's a whole nother story I won't get into. That's like a whole nother video. But I want to talk about this situation because it's ridiculous, or seems ridiculous at least at face value, just from my point of view. So, as I mentioned, $330 on sale. That's on a regular price. The MSRP was $450 when they came out. What was it, a year and a half ago or something like that? Um, Go on Amazon, you can see the cheapest one here is $479. This other listing, for some reason, there's two listings. The other one says $590. This $479, I don't know if that's a real price. Sometimes you have to look at it and see who the seller was, and that might be a scammer. This does say it's Amazon.com. So you can say Amazon.com directly is participating in this thing that we're talking about. So they have them in stock. Is it what's the deal? I think that means whoever's selling them to Amazon is saying raise the price. I think they control that in some shape or form, map pricing, all that other stuff. Maybe a distributor selling them, maybe AMD. I'm not really sure. That's a whole other thing too. But 479 is above MSRP from a year and a half ago. Huge price increase. So then you go to Newegg, same story, 479, same exact price. To me, this looks like AMD is controlling this on both places. They're saying, let's mark that price up. Let's do that. That's just a guess, speculation, right? And I work directly with AMD. I buy from AMD direct sometimes. I have a sales rep from AMD. They're very nice people. I like AMD. I just made a video about charity donation, and AMD donated a CPU. So they're good people. But this whole thing with the 7800X 3D seems a little funky. Now, you all probably, not you, I shouldn't assume anything. You may or may not know that Intel has their new CPUs coming out very shortly, within a couple weeks. And they basically so far said that their top of the line CPU is going to be only about just as fast as their current high end CPU, the 14900K. So they're basically saying we're not really increasing gaming performance, but we're going to lower our power consumption. I believe that's what they're saying. So that's not that great for gamers to hear because gamers always just want to hear bigger numbers, right? So maybe, sorry, 14900K wasn't really beating the 7800X 3D, especially not price for performance. The 7800X 3D was destroying it price for performance in gaming. So maybe AMD is just taking this time to shine right now while they can. I don't, but I'm gonna keep talking about this. So let's keep going here. So this was just Newegg, as I mentioned. Here's their price, and here's another SKU which is priced even higher, which is weird. It doesn't even come with the retail box, but it's higher. And then let's look at eBay. Lowest price on eBay for a used one, $480. Another 480, 480, 480. Here's brand new from Newegg, 490. For some reason, they price it higher on eBay. Oh, probably because they have to pay an eBay fee. That would make sense. But yeah, it just goes up into the 500s, right? So nothing new there. And then you can see here that today, Jack H, I'm just calling him Jack H, so I don't butcher his last name. He put out a tweet on the AMD official website. I'm not a Twitter person. I'm probably saying this wrong. It says he's reposting something, or AMD is reposting what he said. Does Jack work for AMD? He probably does. SVP and GM at AMD. There we go. So he's a big deal there. So yeah, he's hyping up the X3D thing. I saw Hardware Unboxed put out their video where there was an actual graphic that just says like 9800X 3D in the date. So it's the 7th of next month. So it's coming up in basically 2 weeks. And it's supposed to be a day after Intel comes out with their new stuff. Now, when AMD comes out with their new stuff, it's usually in very limited supply. So is the 9800X 3D going to be available to buy on day one? Maybe if you're super lucky, but probably not. So going back to all this next part, I got to be careful about how I talk because I want to make sure I don't say anything that would leave me open for some sort of a lawsuit. But I have information in my hand that says 100% a statistic, but I have to be, and going back, I have to be careful about how I say this. I know that a lot of the companies that help AMD sell the CPUs are out of stock. They have huge back orders for 7800X 3Ds. That's no big surprise. And I know that at least one of those companies that is working with AMD has visibility of how many CPUs are coming in for the 7800X 3D, and it's very large quantity. It's the 7800X 3D is not discontinued, so let's just start there. That's for sure. AMD has never said anywhere on any website we're discontinuing the 7800X 3D to make room for the 9800X 3D. That's not a thing. They're still making it, and they're still shipping thousands of them, big thousands. I probably shouldn't say exactly how many because then it would. Sorry, still being really careful about what I say. Let's just go back. Many thousands of units of 7800X 3D are in shipment from probably Taiwan or wherever the factory is to the United States and other places. So it's not a forever shortage. It's going to all of a sudden there are going to be thousands of them available again, many thousands of them. And then there's also going to be the 9800X 3D available. Who knows how many? Is it going to be barely any 9800X 3Ds? You can barely get one. And then you're going to be like, oh, well, I really want to build this new gaming computer. I'm just going to buy the 7800X 3D. I don't know. Are they trying to artificially raise the new price? Not artificially. Sorry, I don't know why I said artificially. Just officially raise the price in some shape or form. I don't know the right way to say that. But are they just trying to raise the price, right? Are they trying to make the new normal for the 7800X 3D 480? And then so that they can come in with the 9800X 3D, which will be, let's just say 5% faster, maybe better. We don't really know yet. But theoretically, it should be at least a little bit better. And then be like, hey, this one's $500. It's 550. It's 600. I don't know. But they don't have the same competition as they once did from Intel. This is going to be a good time for them to shine right here for gaming, right? So are they going to be greedy? I hope they. I mean, hey, I'm a AMD shareholder. I believe in AMD. I buy their stock. I invest in them. I believe in them. I really hope they don't do that because I don't think that's a good business move. I think that they should really take advantage of the time to shine and not look greedy. That's something that is up to them, though. I feel like there was one other really big point. So I did reach out to a distributor today and I said, do you have 7800X 3Ds? And they said, oh yeah, they're in stock, no problem. And I said, great. In fact, I asked for all X3Ds. Do you have 7900X 3D? Do you have 7950X 3D? They have all of them in stock, plenty of them. Okay, what are the prices? They give me the prices. $500 for 7800X 3D. That's what they quoted me. An AMD direct distributor. That's the price. That's a bad price. I can just go on Newegg and buy it cheaper. And I mean, that's already a bad price on Newegg. Why are the distributors quoting $500? That means that AMD is going to them and saying, we're raising the price. In my opinion, speculation though. Sorry, that's all speculation. But the price is real. Why they're doing it, that's speculation. Is that company just knowing there's a shortage and trying to take advantage of a shortage? Could be. Similar stuff's going. The 4090, I made a video a year ago about the 4090 and how the prices are going to go up for holiday season. And they didn't go up as much as I thought they would. I was wrong. I wasn't completely wrong, but I was wrong to some extent. It didn't go up as high as I thought it would, but the holiday sales were not as strong as they should have been either. So that was part of why they didn't go up. There were less people buying a 4090 than normal. Maybe that's because most of the people that were wanting to spend that much on a that high end of a computer already did it the year before, and there's no reason for them to upgrade. Maybe a lot of people were thinking, well, the 4090's already been out for over a year. Why would I upgrade to, or why would I buy it now when it's kind of old already, so to say? Why don't I just wait for the 5090? Who knows? But we're here we are with 5090 coming out next year, and the 4090 prices still sky high. Can't even get them. That's a whole, so I can make a whole video about that too. Maybe I should. Um, but the 4090s are a disaster. Like when I say it's hard to get a 7800 X3D, it's not that hard. But 4090s are a whole nother story. You can't get them from anybody. Um, so yeah, I think that's really the end of it. The 7800 X3D situation is crazy. I'm sure that's what I'll title the video, just to kind of joke about how Moist Critical or whatever, Penguin Zero. I watch some of his videos sometimes. He's funny, but he's always something situation is crazy. So I've never made a video with that title. I'm going to do it. Um, Anyway, I've made some other videos kind of like this before, and for whatever reason, they do better than all the other videos that I make. Where I put like no time in making this type of video, and the ones I put time into, people don't seem to watch anyway. Um, yeah, I've got some other videos I've got in the queue here that I haven't been making very many, but hopefully I'll start having a little bit of time to make some more. Talk to you guys in the next one.